It's the age of endless information. What are you doing to hack energy levels in your brain? What if I told you that eating meat only and eliminating every plant from your diet shows clear and concise evidence of boosting your brain power in ways that would shock even today's leading professionals? Today, I'm going to show you 10 mind-blowing reasons why the carnivore diet might just be the ultimate brain hack you never knew existed. Before we jump in, I need you to understand that what you're about to learn goes against everything you've probably been taught about nutrition. Definitely the mainstream media, your doctor, even your grandmother would probably think you've lost your mind because eat your veggies and you need fiber. If you are self-taught on this subject, I commend you greatly, but stick with me because the evidence behind what I am about to reveal will completely transform how you think about feeding your brain. And all I'm asking you to do is hear me out and use your own common sense. As a disclaimer, I'm not a nutritionist, a doctor, or anybody you should take dietary and health advice from. I am only sharing information I have deeply researched and going off anecdotal evidence that I have personally experienced on a carnivore diet. Also, everyone is different, so this may not be the diet for you, but give it a shot if you're searching for ways to boost cognitive energy. So most of you viewing are probably interested in the carnivore diet, or you've heard of it and are wondering what the deal is. Before we get into all that, I must declare that your body does not need carbohydrates at all to thrive. If you were to ditch meat completely and only go to vegetables for sustenance, according to modern, actually correct science, you would need to supplement certain vitamins. Your brain does require a level of glucose to function, but it will produce it from existing protein in the body through a process called gluconeogenesis. So don't worry about the carbs for the brain, it's all good. With that said, when you eat only red meat, you do not need to supplement anything whatsoever to thrive. The only thing you would want to consider is upping your salt intake in the beginning weeks due to the body flushing sodium at a rapid rate, which is what would contribute to keto flu. But this totally subsides after a relatively short period of time and is no longer needed after the body adapts. It doesn't take much, only a few pinches of salt with water a day. As red meat has 0 carbohydrates, it does have all necessary vitamins, minerals, proteins, and fats needed to sustain a perfectly healthy human body and mind. There have been millions upon millions of people who have lived a lifestyle consuming only meat, and within days to weeks of switching to an all-meat diet have reported crystal clear thinking, improved memory, and mental energy not experienced prior. These transformations are abundant across the board, but they don't stop here. Here are 10 reasons why the carnivore diet can increase your cognitive energy, literally reversing your smooth brain and having you recalling all that information you learned back in the 3rd grade you thought you forgot. If you're enjoying this video, please hit that like button and please subscribe to my channel. I only wish to help everyone and inform those who are trying to better themselves, so it would mean the world to me. Thank you. The first reason the carnivore diet increases cognitive energy revolves around something called ketosis optimization. When you eliminate all carbohydrates from your diet, your brain enters a metabolic state that's fundamentally different from what most people in modern days experience. Today, in 2025, people in the USA have a carbohydrate intake of almost 50% of their total intake amongst carbs, fat, and protein. Anytime you're eating carbs, your primary fuel source for the body and brain will be glucose. But what about a different fuel source? Instead of running on glucose, especially from inflammatory sources like damn near everything here in the USA is, which cause energy spikes and crashes throughout the day, what if your brain began burning ketone bodies for fuel? Ketone bodies, better known as ketones, are a much cleaner and more efficient fuel source for the human body. Ketones are like premium rocket fuel that burns clean and provides steady, sustained energy all day long. On the other hand, one way to think of inflammatory glucose sources is as a cheap gasoline that burns dirty and leaves residue in your engine. Now, I must warn you, this metabolic shift doesn't happen overnight. It can take a few days to a couple of weeks, but when it does, aside from a massive surge in energy, you will experience mental clarity you never knew was possible. Your thoughts become sharper, your focus intensifies, and that afternoon brain fog becomes a distant memory. But here's where it gets really interesting. Ketones don't just provide cleaner energy, they actually stimulate the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. This protein acts like Miracle-Gro for your brain cells, promoting the formation of new neural connections and protecting existing ones from damage. Why would you want more BDNFs? Well, because it's literally like upgrading your brain's hardware, meaning you have an increased ability to take in more information and better sustain the neural connections associated with that new knowledge. In other words, you remember more and you keep those memories longer. To be honest, it's not complicated at all to unlock the power of this brain hack involving burning ketones to enhance cognitive energy and abilities. Literally all you have to do is drop your carb intake to 20 to 50 grams per day, assuming you are actually eating more than just that. But to supercharge your cognitive energy and abilities, eating red meat only is where it's at. The second reason involves something most people completely overlook: nutrient density optimization. When you're eating only animal products and mainly red meat, you're consuming the most densely bioavailable forms of nutrients that exist on this planet for a human being. The B vitamins in meat, particularly B12, are in forms that your body can immediately use without any conversion process, and that equates to efficient energy. What most people don't realize about plant-based nutrition, due to no fault of their own, the human body has to work incredibly hard to extract and convert plant nutrients into forms it can actually use. That fiber you may have thought was beneficial, all it is substance your digestive system cannot take nutrients from, aka it cannot digest it. You just shit it out, and it does not scrape your insides clean like I've heard throughout the years of my life. Fiber and undigested waste only serves as a means to bloat you and cause unnecessary work for the digestive system. Take beta-carotene from carrots, for example. Your body must convert it to vitamin A, and this conversion process is notoriously inefficient. Logically, you can conclude that process as being inefficient and energy sapping, not energy giving. Many people convert less than 3% of the beta-carotene they consume. I love me a carrot, don't get me wrong, but there is a better way. The vitamin A in your liver is already in the exact form your brain needs, ready to be absorbed and utilized immediately, which it gets in a bioavailable form from red meat, fish, eggs, and high-quality cheeses, which are all considered to be carnivore. But I have to reiterate that red meat has the highest levels of bioavailability. This efficiency extends to every nutrient in animal products. The iron in meat is heme iron, which absorbs at rates between 15% and 35%. Plant-based iron absorbs at rates as low as 2%. That is an insane difference. Your brain is one of the most metabolically active organs in your body, and when it gets premium nutrition without having to wait for conversion processes, cognitive function skyrockets, meaning that on a carnivore diet, your body has no problem absorbing the nutrients given and energy efficiency is at a maximum. The third reason centers around inflammation reduction, and this might be the most important factor of all and something you will definitely feel a change from within a day after shifting over to a carnivore way of eating. Chronic inflammation is like having a low-grade fire burning in your brain 24 hours a day. Not only the brain, but also the body. This inflammation clouds your thinking, slows your processing speed, and creates that mental fog that so many people accept as normal. It seems to almost replace the synapses that bridge the gap between neurons when it comes to recalling information or formulating effective speech. Plant foods contain natural defense chemicals called anti-nutrients and phytotoxins. If you just pause and think for a moment, these compounds exist because plants cannot run away from predators, so they've evolved chemical warfare as a defense mechanism as evolution would have it. When you consume these compounds day after day, year after year, they create chronic low-level inflammation throughout your body, especially in your brain, and that is not an overstatement. The carnivore diet eliminates every single one of these inflammatory compounds. No lectins, no oxalates, no phytates, no saponins. Within days of removing these irritants, many people experience a dramatic reduction in brain inflammation. It's like having a pair of sunglasses on constantly in conditions they're not needed and finally removing them. Wow, you may exclaim. Everything becomes clearer and brighter and almost suddenly. What's really going on is you're literally aware of more because the tools you as a human being possess, sight, sound, taste, touch, and smell, are functioning at an optimal level. Therefore, your levels of awareness and consciousness have risen substantially. The fourth reason involves neurotransmitter optimization, and this is where things get really fascinating. Your brain relies on neurotransmitters like dopamine, serotonin, and norepinephrine to function properly. These chemical messengers are literally made from amino acids. And guess where you find the highest quality, most complete amino acid profiles? That's right, in animal products, and namely high-quality red meats. Meat provides all 9 essential amino acids in perfect ratios that your body can immediately use to manufacture neurotransmitters. It's almost as if we're supposed to eat that, and that alone. Crazy, right? Tryptophan becomes serotonin. Tyrosine becomes dopamine. And these conversions happen efficiently when you're not dealing with plant compounds that interfere with absorption and utilization. The pathway to these chemical reactions is more straightforward. What's the shortest distance from A to B? You guessed it, a straight line. Look at you over there, so smart. With that said, many plant compounds have been shown to actually block neurotransmitter production. Soy contains isoflavones that can interfere with thyroid function, which directly impacts neurotransmitter synthesis. Not to mention, it is absolutely terrible for maintaining testosterone in men. Grains contain compounds that can cross the blood-brain barrier and disrupt normal brain chemistry, aka inflammation. When you eliminate these interference patterns, your brain can finally produce neurotransmitters at optimal levels. Energy levels are higher without this interference, and you will literally feel smarter due to information recollection. The body is always seeking homeostasis, so if you don't feed it poison, it will have less chemical imbalance. The fifth reason relates to blood sugar stabilization, and this factor alone could transform your cognitive performance. Every time you eat carbohydrates, your blood sugar spikes, followed by an insulin response, followed by a crash. This roller coaster happens multiple times throughout the day for most people, and each spike and crash directly impacts brain function. When your blood sugar crashes, your brain literally runs out of fuel. This is when you experience brain fog, difficulty concentrating, and that desperate need for caffeine or sugar. A true carnivore diet eliminates this roller coaster entirely. Your blood sugar remains stable throughout the day, providing consistent fuel to your brain without the dramatic ups and downs most people experience. This stability has profound effects on cognitive performance. Your memory improves because your brain has consistent energy to encode and retrieve information. Your focus sharpens because you're not dealing with constant energy fluctuations. Your mood stabilizes because you're not experiencing the emotional impacts of blood sugar crashes. So you can kiss that 2 p.m. desire for a nap goodbye. The sixth reason involves something called autophagy enhancement. And boy, is this a big one. Autophagy is your body's cellular cleanup process where cancerous proteins, old dying cells, and cellular debris are broken down and recycled. Think of it as your brain's janitor service, working around the clock to keep everything clean and functioning optimally. Not only does this help your brain immensely, but the entirety of your body down to the bottom of your little pinky toe. The carnivore diet naturally promotes autophagy through several mechanisms. First, by eliminating frequent eating and snacking that comes with high-carb diets, you allow your body extended periods where cellular cleanup can occur, and also anytime insulin is spiked, autophagy is turned off. This is why if you fast, autophagy goes through the roof because your body has time to do something else besides digest food which takes up to 70% of all energy. Second, the absence of inflammatory plant compounds means there's less cellular damage to clean up in the first place. People who support the notion that plants are good for you will say the fiber has no effect on this, but in reality it does. You will fall way short of levels of autophagy that the carnivore diet will provide. This science you can actually trust. At the end of the day, when autophagy is functioning optimally, your brain cells operate more efficiently. Damaged mitochondria are recycled and replaced with new ones. Protein aggregates that can impair cognitive function are cleared away. It's like giving your brain a deep cleaning that you cannot experience while introducing carbohydrates into the diet, especially here in the USA where a huge portion of our food is highly processed. This process also helps keep chronic disease of all kinds at bay. The seventh reason centers around improved sleep quality, and this connection might surprise you. The carnivore diet dramatically improves sleep for most people, and better sleep directly translates to better cognitive performance. When you eliminate carbohydrates, you also eliminate the blood sugar fluctuations that can wake you up in the middle of the night. No more 3 a.m. wake-ups when your blood sugar crashes and stress hormones kick in to bring it back up. Your sleep becomes deeper and more restorative. Additionally, the high content of tryptophan in meat, a precursor to melatonin, helps optimize the production of melatonin, which is your body's natural sleep hormone. Better sleep means better memory consolidation, improved learning capacity, and enhanced problem-solving capabilities. Your brain literally repairs and optimizes itself while you sleep, but only if that sleep is deep and uninterrupted, staying in theta or delta waves. We all know sustained high-quality sleep can do wonders for us all. The eighth reason involves gut-brain axis optimization, and this connection is more powerful than most people realize. Your gut produces more neurotransmitters than your brain does. Believe it or not, 90% of your body's serotonin is produced in your gut, not your brain. When your gut health is compromised, your cognitive function suffers directly, especially due to the fact that serotonin's main function is to act as a major regulator and stabilizer across numerous body systems. The carnivore diet heals the gut in ways that seem almost miraculous by eliminating fiber, which can be inflammatory and damaging to sensitive digestive systems. Many people experience complete resolution of digestive issues they've dealt with for years, especially those with celiac disease or gluten sensitivity, which is just the forerunner to celiac disease. A healthy gut produces optimal levels of neurotransmitters and communicates effectively with the brain through the vagus nerve. When this gut-brain communication is functioning properly, cognitive performance improves dramatically. Anxiety decreases, depression lifts, and mental clarity increases. It's like upgrading the communication system between your body's two most important neural networks, which translate to better signals, less noise, and more energy in a way our genetics intend. The ninth reason relates to hormonal optimization, particularly regarding cortisol and stress response. Chronic stress and elevated cortisol levels are devastating to cognitive performance. They impair memory function, reduce focus, and create that scattered, overwhelmed feeling that so many people experience daily. Most people are experiencing the stress of chemical imbalance through their dietary habits. The carnivore diet helps regulate cortisol in several ways. First, stable blood sugar means your stress response system isn't constantly activated by glucose crashes. Second, the elimination of inflammatory foods reduces the overall stress load on your body. Third, improved sleep quality helps normalize cortisol rhythms. When cortisol levels are optimized, cognitive performance improves across the board because your body is in homeostasis or balance. Your memory sharpens, your ability to handle complex problems increases, your emotional regulation improves, and the brain can recall information at an enhanced rate. Also, you become more resilient to stress and better able to maintain peak mental performance under pressure. Those times you totally bombed introducing yourself to the staff at work as the new guy or gal, as if your own brain and body were sabotaging you, aren't a thing when your resiliency is through the roof, trust me. And that's just what you experience when on a carnivore diet. The 10th and final reason involves something called metabolic flexibility enhancement. Most people's brains are completely dependent on glucose for fuel, making them metabolically inflexible. When glucose isn't readily available, cognitive performance crashes immediately. The carnivore diet trains your brain to efficiently use both glucose and ketones for fuel, making you metabolically flexible. This means your cognitive performance remains stable regardless of when you last ate or what fuel sources are available. You become cognitively resilient in ways that glucose-dependent brains simply cannot match. This metabolic flexibility also protects against age-related cognitive decline. As we age, our brains become less efficient at using glucose for fuel. Having a brain that can efficiently run on ketones provides protection against this decline and may help maintain cognitive performance well into advanced age. Now, I need to address something important before we wrap up. The carnivore diet isn't for everyone, and these cognitive benefits don't happen overnight. Most people experience an adaptation period lasting anywhere from 2 to 8 weeks, where cognitive performance might actually decrease as the body adjusts to using different fuel sources. This adaptation period can be challenging, and it's where many people give up before experiencing the benefits. Brain fog, fatigue, and difficulty concentrating are common during this transition, but for those who push through, the cognitive benefits on the other side can be life-changing, and there are mountains of evidence to back up that claim. It's also crucial to understand that individual responses vary significantly. Some people experience dramatic cognitive improvements within weeks, while others need more time to fully adapt. Factors like genetics, previous diet history, existing health conditions, and stress levels all influence how quickly and dramatically someone responds. The quality of animal products matters enormously as well. 100% grass-fed, pasture-raised animals provide nutrient profiles that are dramatically different from conventionally raised animals. The omega-3, 6, and 9 ratios, vitamin content, and mineral profiles are all superior in higher quality animal products. If you're considering trying the carnivore diet for cognitive benefits, it's essential to work with healthcare providers who understand this way of eating. Regular monitoring of biomarkers, gradual transition protocols, and proper supplementation strategies can make the difference between success and failure. The carnivore diet represents a fundamental shift in how we think about nutrition and cognitive performance. It would make sense that, based on the history of our ancestors, who were hunter-gatherers for 99% of our genetic lineage, we should probably model the foundation of our diet after them for optimal results. And just to keep it real, the guy who brought potatoes to his village was not the man of the hour versus the guy who brought home a buffalo carcass. Just saying. While the mainstream medical establishment may not yet fully recognize these benefits, the growing body of anecdotal evidence and emerging research suggests that eliminating plants and focusing exclusively on animal products can provide cognitive benefits that are difficult to achieve through any other dietary approach. Remember, your brain is the most important organ in your body, and the fuel you provide it directly impacts every aspect of your life. And not only does the brain benefit from this, but the rest of the body obviously does, further enhancing your career performance, your relationships, and your overall life satisfaction. Cognitive performance underlies everything, though. If you're unconscious, did it even happen, bro? If the carnivore diet can provide a fraction of the cognitive benefits that thousands of people are reporting, it might be worth serious consideration. The 10 reasons we've covered today represent just the beginning of our understanding of how diet impacts cognitive performance. As more research emerges and more people experiment with carnivore approaches, we're likely to discover even more mechanisms by which eliminating plants and focusing on animal products can optimize brain function. The future of cognitive enhancement might just be sitting on your dinner plate waiting for you to take that first bite. Hey, if you made it this far, I want to say thank you so much, and please like and share and subscribe. Just started this little channel here, so I'm just trying to get information out to help anybody. And of course, this is all stuff I've studied and tried, so it works. But anyways, leave a comment, and as I continue to create other videos, let me know if there's anything else y'all want to discuss. Let me know in the comments below.